Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us here this morning. My name is Chris Welch, Speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives. I am standing here with my leadership team for House Democrats. We are standing here this morning because we returned to Springfield this week after one of the most volatile summers in our nation's history. A big bad bill that blew a giant hole in every state's budget. On again, off again tariffs that are making everything more expensive. Groceries in this country are at an all-time high. Rather than the grocery prices going down on day one like this president promised, they're at an all-time high. People can't even afford to take care of their pets. They're returning their pets to stores and to shelters because they can't take care of them. Illinois farmers, soybean farmers, the number one industry in this state, can't sell their products because of Trump's tariffs. Black unemployment continues to rise at record pace because of this president and his policies. And high-profile assassinations affecting beloved figures on both the left and right took place this past summer. And those are topics we all expected to discuss during this fall session. That was before everything we've seen in just the last month. Masked troopers marching our streets and harassing people simply because of what they look like. Just because of what they look like. Literally, racially profiling people on the streets of Chicago and the Chicagoland area. Spreading tear gas anywhere and everywhere. Pepper spray anywhere and everywhere. Children zip-tied and forcibly separated from their parents. Elected officials abused and detained simply for asking to see a signed judicial warrant. A member of the free media. A member just like all of you. A member of the media wrestled to the ground simply for doing their job. An administration corruptly using the levers of power to threaten dissent and reward compliance. So in these 6 days of session, we're going to talk about what needs to be done to protect affordable transit. We're going to talk about what we can do to rein in utility costs. We're going to talk about how we mitigate the damage of the big BS bill. But we're also going to talk about the state of our democracy, because people across Illinois are terrified that our democracy is slipping away. So we're going to go to the floor. We're going to start at noon, and we're going to present some resolutions today. We're going to condemn political violence in all forms, whether it comes from a gunman radicalized by the darkest corners of the internet or masked ICE agents. We're going to recognize that substantive due process is the only thing that separates a lawful detention from a kidnapping. And we're going to support the First Amendment rights that make all that possible. That's what we're going to do today, because we won't sit back and let our democracy be taken from us. We're going to speak up while we can. History will judge those who are silent in this moment. And we're going to speak up today. We're going to stand up for our democracy. And that's our plan for today, and I'm happy to take questions.
Speaker, obviously, people of Illinois really depend on the state legislature for action for every issue that you've just talked about. But what, they depend on substantive legislation to answer this. But we have like 5 days left of veto session. What do you think can realistically be accomplished in those 5 days to try to soften the blow of some of this stuff that's going on?
Let me first say this. We caucused yesterday, had a very important conversation about our transit issue, because we hadn't convened in 6 months. We're going to caucus again today and continue talking about substantive issues that we hope to get done in this 5 days. We're building consensus on a number of substantive issues that we hope to get done during this time that we are here. It's critical that we get things done to address important issues that are going on in this state. People want us to address affordability issues, transit, keeping trains running on time, buses running on time. The ability for people to get to and from work is a very important issue that we're hard at work on. And we're hoping to get something done on that. Bringing down the costs of utility bills that are scary right now. We're trying our best to get something done on that. But make no mistake about it, we're not going to be silent about what's going on with our democracy right now. On Monday, I stood with people in my community in Broadview, and we demanded that Trump tear down that fence. And this morning we woke up and that fence was down. It's important that we stand united on these important things and we continue to speak up and make sure people know that we're fighting for them. And that's what we're going to do today.
Mr. Speaker, Chief Judge Tim Evans yesterday issued an order banning civil immigration arrests in state, in Cook County courtrooms, courthouses, around courthouses. Could we see similar legislation that would do that statewide?
Well, first of all, I want to commend Chief Judge Evans for that order. But as you just stated, that is only for Cook County. I do think it's important that we look at legislation that would possibly help statewide. But this process takes the House, the Senate, and the governor's office to agree. We want to look at language. We want to make sure lawyers are all on the same page. If we can do something similar statewide, I'd love to get that done. Because what's happening with these massed ICE agents in courthouses and territories around courthouses is unacceptable. People are afraid to go to court. They're afraid to comply with subpoenas. We can't allow that. These should be safe spaces. Question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You're talking about important things, and you just said, we're talking about this, we're talking about this. And you talk about resolutions which have the weight of a piece of paper. When you get home, and they say, well, what'd you do down there? What are you doing? What are you doing these 6 days?
Dave, we're standing up for democracy. We're fighting for every Illinoisan. We believe in democracy, not authoritarianism. And history is going to judge those who are being silent in this moment. It may not be you today, but it'll be you tomorrow. And we're trying to protect your right as a journalist to cover a story without the fear of getting arrested.
One more question.
Speaker, have you sat down with the Illinois Hospital Association to work out the kinks in the Healthcare and Safety and Privacy Act? I know they're a little concerned about being put in the middle between ICE, the federal government, and state law.
There's a lot of conversations going on in this building right now. We are hoping to work through a whole lot of issues just like that. There's some concern with what's going on in hospitals in this state right now. There's a hospital in my district, Loyola Medical Center, where ICE is just walking in and arresting people who are there trying to get taken care of medically. That's not right. A hospital should be a safe space. And I want to thank the legislators that are leading these discussions. I'm hoping that they can get something done. But we're going to go to the floor right now, and we're going to stand up for democracy. We're going to present some resolutions, and I hope you all cover them because this is important. We have to stand up, speak up, and we have to judge those who are being silent in this moment. I'm hoping that all of our colleagues in the House of Representatives will stand up with us today. Thank you all so much for being here.